Let me give you another example. This person is familiar to everyone. This is the chairman of Wagwang, a famous photography educator, Mr. Wu Qishui. That day, when I went to find him and I was chatting, he happened to be with guests, visiting a clubhouse in the school's weekly meeting, a guildhall inside. He happened to be. He was chatting with 2 or 3 people on the opposite side. Then he just came from a pillar and walked from a pillar. Actually, behind this pillar, the red one is actually a pillar. I was far away. I joined from a large aperture. I saw that he happened to be listening to others, and his expression was natural and very smart. He looked very smart. In this photo of mine, it's about the background the picture language is drawing. It mainly talks about this pillar. Actually, it's a pillar that, if you look at it this way, looks like a film. Tape, which is a film strip of our negative. The one in the photo is a photographer. All the brilliance of his life falls on a negative. It looks like a piece of tape at first glance. When you look at it, it looks like a photographer. Actually, this is a pillar with the black part behind it. And the black hole is made of some red bricks. Well, if you turn it into black and white, it looks like a film from a distance. Right, this is also an image of a background. An image of picture language. Well, here's another one. Let me introduce another one. This 90-year-old is a musician. He is the president of Tuanzhou Music Association. When he was chatting with me, and the old man in his study didn't drink tea anymore, he chatted with me casually. He leaned against his piano, especially a bookshelf. We used the piano and this music on the MV and sheet music. It directly shows that he might be a musician. And I also use this background. And some props and images as decorations.
To explain the identity of the character, in the process of shooting, we still need to observe frequently what we are shooting, the surrounding environment, to see which elements are suitable for us, the theme of our shooting performance. Then during the shooting process, we can use it as a language of our pictures, to express it more vividly. This one, the personal characteristics of a celebrity. His personal characteristics. Well, portrait photography is on us. The expression of the emotions of the characters. During the shooting process, how do you mobilize the emotions between the subjects? Emotions of the subject to achieve the purpose of our photography.
This is very important. A good portrait is both form and spirit. Look at the photo. Talk about form and spirit. So when you talk about emotions, you're talking about form and spirit, both form and spirit. This depends on our usual observation ability. In fact, when we talk to this person in a communication, once we talk about topics that interest them, he will be very excited. He will have body language and show their emotions. So this depends on our daily observation skills. This is a snapshot. Many emotions cannot be directed by you, they are naturally expressed. Let me give you an example. This is I. Painted the lightless, completely dark. He is sitting on the sofa by the window he talked to me about. When he was excited, look at his hand. His hand just raised up, and I think that you can see that. The character is very vivid. He is usually a person with a strong personality, and also a person with emotions. When he was excited, his hand would go up. Many people who know him will think that this photo is very vivid. Oh, this is how he is. This is his personality. This is a special body language. But this one is also, they are all 90 years old and 95 years old. When talking about it, and still very strong. He raised his hand when talking leapfrogging. Yes, and expressions and body language and. There are a few more to see about. This is a monk in our Kaiwan temple. Monk, does he have the image of a monkey, you say? It was his birthday that day. He was holding a cup of drink. His gesture is obvious. And you can see that he looks like he is greeting everyone to greet everyone. The light is just right here a little bit darker, which highlights the figure. This is body language he greets others with. On the top, he raised his hand. This is also a natural expression. Yes, sir. This is a person. The old man is a musician and writer. This picture shows that he is very poetic. You didn't see it. This it seems that there is another very poetic one. It's a picture. Well, the artistic conception is still for literati. This is mainly because he is a scholar. There's another one, actually this one. This is also body language. He is a to a storyteller. An old man who tells stories, a drama performer, and also, it's also body language and emotion. As these are relatively a more candid image. These are probably all, in the process of
our shooting except for our reliance. Our usual way is to capture some moments, to capture some sharp moments by capturing the characters, wonderful movements or a wonderful moment, but sometimes they're emotional expressions. Emotions are revealed. We still need to communicate with the client and communicate. When we communicate to the point of his information, we can better capture his the most authentic side. Communication is actually very important. Whether we are shooting portraits of celebrities or when we take some commercial photos or commercial photo, it's the same. You need to talk and be good
to them. You need to build trust with them. And the sense of distance. Only by communicating with them can we build trust.
Yes, we still need to use different things and ways to communicate. The expressions of people in communication is the key to our shooting. In the process of shooting, when we are shooting, we still can't do without compositor. When we are shooting celebrities, when we are shooting portraits, how do you consider it? How do you consider composition? You tell me.
Portraits mainly focus on highlighting the expression. In terms of my composition, I'm mostly simple and concise. Some may be in certain corners, can be used as a decoration. The whole composition is to highlight the subject, and the picture is simple. We have several. Let me give you an example. For this composition, it's actually a triangle composition, but it's very simple. There is only a roof above, one. Exposed expression is okay, and the back is a side light. This is the whole of Minnan architecture. The hole is dark inside, so it doesn't receive light. So we use the light under composition. The composition is very simple, and this one is yes. There is an official in Tromsø who is in charge of Minnan architecture, urban planning and urban architecture, so I use this Minnan, a caustic building in Minnan, to embellish his identity. It just happens to be under the eaves. You can also put his identity. As for our composition, it's also very simple. Just the person, a few tiles, and this is it. This is a simple composition to highlight the subject. Let's talk about the figure. As a calligrapher, first of all. As a painter, this composition is also very simple. This is a door, one arch. The arch is used to let some light through. The face is also in a triangular light, and the side lighting, which makes the picture very simple. It's just a person sitting on a chair. This is to show the expression of a character.
There is a simple arch in the picture, and some simple lines. And the character, and the stool he is sitting on is also curved, and the line to echo it.
Yes, this is also an arc. This is also an arc. The back of the chair is too. It's very simple and concise. The whole picture is very simple. There is no clutter. It presents a permanent expression. This is the incense way. It makes incense. He is an inheritor of Rapi Aronomancy. You see, that day he was also in his main people's architecture. It happened to be above his deep well patio, alight from the sky. He wanted to show how good his incense was. As he do light one and let us smell it, he was very engaged. He lit the incense and light the incense. Look at the light. This composition is simple, just the light and nothing else, which highlights what is he doing. The incense burner is lit, and the light comes up at the right time. This composition is also a facial expression. He is intoxicated. Yes, this is also his expression. There is nothing messy. It's a very simple one at first glance. The key to this composition is what we want to express.
Yes, we just heard from Teacher Lin that in the composition of shooting, the main purpose of our composition is to highlight the subject or something related to our subject. We should incorporate some emotional, or is it something related to him or something related to him? We can incorporate them into it, which can better highlight the theme of our photos. Of course, we should try to be concise and simple. Try to eliminate the necessary elements. We try to either blur it out or not within our shooting range. In this way, the character of the person we shoot, his personality and his characteristics, maybe more will be more prominent. One of the most important things in photography is
subtraction error is implicitly. The way we express photography is to simplify.
remove the complicated things to highlight the subject. So for the photos we just looked at, they have already been done are very simple. Other miscellaneous things are basically gone. The elements we want are basically related to us. The subject we photograph are related to the subject we photograph. The essence of photography is not only to record the current years, the current situation, cultural changes, moreover for the cultural images of Chuanggen, leaving a precious document for our Chuanggen. So culture art teacher Lin used the camera, recorded every cultural inheritors, these wonderful images. Then for our photography industry who has worked for 30 years. I give a thumbs up to Mr. Lin who has worked, like his Kwano cultural faces, special topic for our excellent traditional culture. Thumbs up. Thanks for our teacher Lin sharing.